that some of you out there are going to, when I bring this up, some of you out there are going to be a little like, is he defending him, or is he not, or is he not? But there was a video that, thanks to Jen, came across my desk and my computer that I thought was very, very interesting. And it's simple, and it's a simple conversation, it's a simple situation, but it deals with, lo and behold, our former president, President Obama. And one of the things that I genuinely believe is that this video really says kind of what the sort of status quo is in Washington and what a movement is. So I'll play the video. Hopefully the sound will work. We're going to try this because we're being honest with this. We're going to take some dives off cliffs. Hopefully we're wearing a parachute, or we'll hit the ground and then we'll pick ourselves up and dust ourselves off. So let's see what happens here.
You know, this idea of purity and you're never compromised and you're always politically woke and all that stuff, you should get over that quickly. The world is messy. There are ambiguities. Yep. People who do really good stuff have flaws. Like if I tweet or hashtag about how you didn't do something right or used the wrong verb, or then I can sit back and feel pretty good about myself because, man, you see how woke I was? I called you out. Let me get on TV. Watch my show. Watch Grownish. You know, that's not activism. That's not bringing about change.
Love about that comment and hate about that comment is definitely the first part is a little condescending. It's a little like, hey, you guys don't know what a revolution is. You guys don't know how to do a revolution. But the second part is a little true. And this is the part where I'm sure if Jordan was here, Jordan would say, that's kind of very establishment. But I will be honest with you. I will say to you that nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. I'm not perfect. You guys are not perfect. Nobody in this world is perfect. And I believe that what we have in office right now is somebody who doesn't know how to compromise and doesn't know how to be diplomatic and doesn't know how to hear the other people talk and hear people with their different views and opinions. One of the things I did admire about Obama is the fact that he did listen and he did have conversations. Now, I will tell you, he was not perfect, like I said. Nobody is perfect. He made mistakes. There were things that he did wrong. There were things that I've debated with friends that I said, yeah, that's pretty bad. Like, it's pretty bad. When he deported the most amount of immigrants in the history of the United States, you could have did a better job. You could have been the president to say, we're going to do a better job. We're going to get these people path to citizenship. We're going to help them out. We're going to make them understand they're coming from a country where the education's not so great. We're going to sit them down with people who could translate and teach them how to become American citizens. If they're good and honest people, let's help them out. Let's not put them in camps and do those things. And he made a mistake there. He wasn't perfect. But I do believe, me personally, and this is just me being honest with you guys, that he was the best president we've had in a long time. Maybe since John F. Kennedy, maybe since FDR. Because I felt like there was a lot of presidents over the last 40 years that you look at them and you say, God, if you were not a president, you'd be like a gangster on the street, or you'd be like robbing people or something. It's just weird. That's my inside joke, but that's the way I feel. And he had moments that I looked at him and said he did some things that I just didn't go. But this is the problem that I've said many, many times. He came into office where we had 8 years of crap. 8 years of crap. Like, it's just our president from 2000 to 2008 flushed the toilet on this country. And I don't think a lot of people understand. I graduated from college in 2008, and I couldn't get a job for the better part of a year and a half because the economy was so screwed up because we were fighting multiple wars, because we had a president that just didn't care. And he inherited that. And could have done a lot more, could have done better, but I thought he did a decent job. And I think 100%, once again, I know many people are going to ream me for that. But I genuinely feel that's the way I feel. However, what he says in that first part, where he literally says, hey, the idea of purity and you're not compromised and you're politically woke and all that stuff, you should get over that quickly. The world is messy. That's where I 100% disagree with you, dude. Because the only way the world gets cleaned up is if we don't have that attitude. The only way the world becomes better and evolves is if we make sure that we're striving for better. So when you say, stop being woke and get over that and the world is messy, yeah, the world is messy, but we need to clean it up. We need to do different things. We need to think outside the box. We need to give people that didn't have opportunities, and that's just the bottom line. How can we be better if we're not striving for better? That's just my opinion. That's what I always believe. That's what I was taught by my grandmother. That's what I was taught through experiences in my life that have shaped who I am. And guess what? And I'm going to tell you right now, like I said, not popular vote. This is the moment where Obama's wrong. And there were many moments where he was wrong. Many moments where he was right. Many moments where he was wrong. That's essentially the mark of humanity, right? We are not perfect. We get some things wrong. We get some things right. And that's kind of how we learn. That's kind of how we grow. Many times in human history, we've had to learn the hard way. And I think he learned the hard way. So I definitely feel that that is something that he shouldn't have said. I feel like he was kind of closed-minded. I think we need to be better. We need to be better when we're picking the next round of candidates, and I myself included, because I came from voting for Obama once he won the nomination twice, and my whole thing is that I don't want to see what happened in 2016 happen again. I voted for Bernie Sanders. Later on, I voted for Hillary because it was like that famous episode of South Park where you had the douchebag and the turd when they were going against each other. If anybody's seen that episode, it's 100%. It's like you have to pick the better of the two evils. And, you know, right now we're seeing what the real evil is. It's really bad, really bad. So, you know, we get a lot of people saying that Obama made a lot of mistakes. Obama was a D-grade president. You know? There's some merit to that. There was some things he could have done a lot better, and I agree with that. You must remember, though, that the second term he had a Republican Congress who didn't really let him do anything, who had his hands tied and said, no, you're not going to do anything. And he got some things done, but it really wasn't significant, and there was things that he had to compromise on. And here's the thing that I worry about. You know, if Bernie Sanders gets in office, if he comes out of the primary, gets in office, anybody who gets into office as a presidency, the bottom line is that we have a Washington that's broken still, even though it's turning, that you're going to have to compromise. You're going to have to do those things in order to get things done, because unfortunately it's still scratch your back and I'll scratch mine. And it's that sort of do favors idea. And I want Bernie to get in and stop that and say, no, we're not doing that anymore. That would be fantastic. I think this world would be better for it. I think it would be something that would be good. But I also want him to get things done. And, you know, hopefully that will happen. You know, I want to see this country be better than it is. It's not good right now. So,
hope you enjoyed that last video. Hop on over to statusquo.com where you can sign up for our email list and become a member for as low as $5 to $10 a month. Membership is how we grow. That's statusquo.com/join. And remember, join our email list so we can grow the revolution with you. Status quo.